Hi, I'm Brina.
And I'm Dee Dee.
And we're Mighty Moms to Owen and Tad, who are both on the autism spectrum.
We're going to share real, honest content and experiences
About what it's like to be a mom of a kiddo on the autism spectrum.
Between the two of us, there is nothing we haven't experienced.
We don't hold back, and neither should you.
Here we go.
Hey guys, welcome to Mighty Moms Podcast, episode 4 of 2025. And it's Dee Dee and I here today to talk to you about whatever comes to our brains.
That's right. And we were just talking about...
Is that supposed to have us on it up
Yep.
there? Okay.
Just a second.
Hang on, technical difficulty. Hey, we promised you, and our intro always says we're going to be real and raw and honest, and this is part of that honesty and that rawness, I guess you should say. Technical difficulties, they happen, and you get to experience them with us.
That's right.
Welcome to our podcast. No, we were just talking about, there's a guest that I really want to have on the podcast, and her name's Melissa Peeler. I don't know if she will come on the podcast. I don't think she loves, like, that. I think she would be very nervous, but she will. I know she will sit down with us one-on-one, because she and I met at Panera a couple years ago, and we talked for hours. It felt like she literally, Dee Dee, and this is how you said her son is older. He's probably 18 by now, maybe older. And she had a stack of research, like paper documents, right?
Yeah.
Because she started doing this in the dark ages, like I said, when internet was not readily available. And so she has done all this research about parasitic infections and yeast overgrowth and all those things that can contribute to inflammation in the gut and the brain.
Yeah.
And so she was just like, and she was kind of like, she was even nervous just meeting with me. And I wish she wouldn't be, because there's so much
She probably
information.
has grown so much since then, too.
I hope.
And
because
plus,
she's got so much
can be
knowledge.
She doesn't have to be here in person. We can do it remotely, and she
That's
doesn't
right.
She doesn't even have to be on the camera.
Yeah, that's
just
true.
Voice,
just her voice.
If
I'll
that's
talk to her. I'll try
if
to
she's
talk
more
her into
comfortable.
it. I'll share this podcast with her. I'll send it to her inbox and be like, "Hey, we really want you on," because she's such a wealth of knowledge, and y'all would just, oh my gosh, because you're a researcher too. And usually I'll see something I want to research and I send it to Dee Dee. I'm like, hey, can you research
she sends
this?
me stuff and I'm like, hey, we've done that. But of course that they probably have, a lot of the things that you send me, they're probably tweaked to be even better than when it was, 17, 16 years ago.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm willing to even retry things we've already done.
I know. That's so true.
And
that's
okay.
a really good point. Well, Ronnie and I have even talked about going back to do stem cell treatments for Owen, because we did it when he was 5 and 6, I think, around that age. We did it twice in Panama. And
I feel like with RFK now,
he's 9.5.
That might be more.
I know. Maybe available in the U.S. and paid for by insurance.
Yeah. I think a lot is going to change on the holistic side of healing.
I hope so. And starting with taking out all the dyes of our foods.
Great hope, yeah. Mm-hmm. And, bring inflammation down, because our children...
And here's the thing, what I've learned about parasites, and this is what is so shocking to me that people don't just know, but I didn't know this 5 years ago, and I guess if you don't have a reason to research it yourself, then you're not going to know.
Right.
And we research and look into things because of our kids, but if they're in everything. I follow this guy on Instagram.
Freak yourself out about it.
Yes. I follow this guy on Instagram, and that's all he shows is he'll take an everyday food and put it under a microscope.
Have you seen the one with the ramen noodles?
Yes, I just saw that this week.
So gross.
Over the weekend I saw that one. And we don't do
gross.
ramen noodles, but it doesn't matter. It's in everything. Like, I know I'm like the only person in the world that we don't do ramen.
Do y'all do ramen? No,
we don't do ramen.
I mean, we're all gluten free, so
yeah. But we just don't do ramen. And we have switched to gluten free noodles. Those Bonza brand, or is that what it's called? Bonza.
I like the Bonza noodles, but from what I read, they're high in pesticides, so we quit using
Are
those.
they?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I know.
I'm just going to pretend I didn't hear that.
I just use regular noodles.
Because I finally got my whole family to do them, and they're gluten-free, and they don't know.
Yeah.
I just cook it, and they don't know.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
They're good. And also, like, I noticed it's chickpeas, and they do irritate Ted's stomach.
Oh, they do? Oh,
so
man.
I don't do them anymore.
I love chickpeas. I love hummus.
Like hummus,
and
yeah.
just chickpeas. I put chickpeas in our taco soup.
I've seen where people air fry the chickpeas to make them like they're real crispy.
No, that's a good idea. You are the second person to bring up. Okay, I'm probably also. So we don't do ramen, and I don't have an air fryer.
Girl,
I know. Is that crazy?
And you have a child on the spectrum.
I know.
I don't know.
I'm putting it on my to-do list right now.
I mean, chicken nuggets in the air fryer is like go-to for Ted.
Order air fryer.
And I encourage you to get the air fryer that is all stainless steel or glass, because
stainless steel or
again,
glass.
like Teflon's all in the other ones. So you're just cooking.
And that's okay. And I was going to ask you about that, because that's what I had heard, that they were like carcinogen.
They're coated with the Teflon, which is a carcinogen.
Yeah.
It's just chemicals going into your food.
So what I heard about it is like reheating leftovers is such a totally different experience. And we're not big on leftovers in my house. So I was thinking, I mean, I'll eat certain things left over, like taco soup, like things like that. I love, like, to me, taco soup is like such a comforting food.
I like it too.
And that's one thing that I will make almost every week, and just put little containers of it in the fridge so we can just grab it when we need something. But I need to. Owen's getting to that place where he's very, like, he had those favorite foods, and he's real complacent, and he's like, but he's like needing something new. And so I'm telling you, getting an air fryer, because he likes crunchy things.
He can do vegetables in there to make them crunchy. I cooked a good steak.
I heard broccoli's so good. You cooked a steak in
there? A
there?
good steak, frozen.
I heard that they look weird.
They don't even look weird, but it was the best steak I've had.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, I'm down.
The outside was nice and not charry.
I know what you mean.
But the inside was juicy and
really,
and it was from frozen.
Okay,
it was frozen ribeye, and it was delicious.
How long did you have to cook it in there?
I thought it was like 12 minutes, and of course I'll cook it a little longer. It doesn't take long.
Oh, okay, I like that.
But I also, depending on like how rare you want it to. So it's just, I don't like to do overly.
Cooked. I do too, because
medium rare,
because of everything I know about parasites and cooking out all the things. I love the way a medium steak tastes, but it's the mentality of it.
If it's pink, I'm like, oh
yeah. I don't mind a little pink in the center, but I don't eat steak a lot, so anyway.
It's good.
But what I was going to say is that guy on Instagram that puts everything under a microscope.
Yeah.
And there's like parasites and everything. Yeah. So the thing is that is always going to be the case.
But your body has to be healthy enough to fight them on their own.
And you have to do at least semi-annual parasite cleanses. Yeah. And so from what I understand, back in the day when like 90% of everybody were farmers, because that's, how
they did their ivermectin.
They did ivermectin on all their cattle, all their farm animals,
all their family.
And their family. And it was just a thing. Well, then people just stopped. Or people who didn't farm didn't do those parasite cleanses. And so to me, the rise in all of the diseases, cancer, autism, all these things are due to us not continuing those parasite cleanses over time.
I think it has a big part in it.
Yeah.
Because when they're in your body, don't
get me wrong, I know genetics play a factor in autism as well, and I do believe that. I do believe that there's like a formula, a recipe. But I think that a parasite cleanses cause the inflammation in the gut and the brain, and that's what kind of pushes that.
They cause your organs not to function properly, depending on where they're attacking. And we've known that from Chip's scans, where our parasites are, like, mine was in my lungs and in my bladder, and yours was...
And what she's taught, my gut, for sure, And I can't remember my brain. I think probably brain fog. I have worms in my brain. It's fun.
I do remember. I do remember it was like different from mine, so I thought that was kind of neat. Like,
and we had different parasites too.
Yes,
like there was like one that I had that you didn't have, and vice versa. So,
but we both had the H. pylori, I think, didn't we? Yeah.
Yep. And what's the other one?
I had the one that I apparently got from raw pork at some point in my life. That's the one that was in my lungs.
That's the one you had that I didn't have, I think.
Yeah, and I'm not a pork eater, but let me tell you, when I was little, I slammed some bacon at the kettle.
Yeah, that's cute.
My mom was like, "You got to stop eating bacon." I could probably eat 3 pounds of bacon. You know, because have you ever been to the kettle?
No.
It's in just a restaurant. When we travel, we stop there for breakfast.
Yeah.
And it was like just a big buffet. It's like a Denny's buffet.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that sounds good right now. I'm hungry.
It was home cooked bacon and biscuits.
I love bacon and eggs.
And gravy. And
yeah.
I went for the bacon.
Oh, yeah. What kid doesn't? I mean, it's salty and
I don't know.
Crunchy.
My mom's like, Diddy, that's
so Owen's the same way. And sometimes we'll go through CJ's and let us indulge in venison and order our coffee when we have extra time in the morning, which is very rare. It used to be all the time, but now it's not so much. But we would have, I will just say I need 5 orders of bacon.
And they go,
you mean, and they go, you mean like 5 pieces? At first they would do this. Yeah. Now they know us. And they're like, Owen's here, because...
At least you know it's farm raised and
it is.
And all free of everything.
But I know it still has parasites.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because everything does. That's why it's so important that everybody's on a cleanse.
So when that guy did put a microscope, was it cooked food?
Yes. It'd be like, or even like Doritos.
Oh, yeah.
Out of the bag. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's usually
even
Nerds
meat?
candy.
Did they do like cooked meat ever?
I don't know if cooking it takes it out, because it could be, I think it's obviously going to be more prevalent if it's like raw and undercooked.
Sure.
Anything.
I just wonder how much is cooked out, know?
Yeah, where it's you're actually consuming the parasites, but they're dead.
Yeah.
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 Ugh.
Gross.
But anyway, but what Didi was talking about the scan.
Oh, yeah.
So that will kind of segue us into our guest speakers and I'm assuming that Chip and Cindy are confirmed.
They're confirmed.
So Chip and Cindy Paul, we've mentioned them on the podcast before. They have True Medics and Neighborly Wellness. And so Chip,
they're out of
Ada.
Edmond, right?
Okay.
They were at Ada. Now
they're in Edmond.
I could be wrong, but I think they're new clinics in Edmond.
Okay,
maybe.
Well, they're out of somewhere in Oklahoma.
Yeah, and he's a native Chickasaw.
Okay, very cool.
Member.
I didn't know that. So we met them through our friend Eve, who has Finding Eve Wellness, and met them at one of her events, and then they were guest speakers. Chip was a guest speaker, and they had a table set up at our Autism Conference 2024. They are coming back, and as long as they want to keep coming, we're always going to have them, because he
always has so much knowledge. I mean, that man,
I could listen to him talk forever.
2% of the knowledge he has,
and he has a podcast, by the way.
I would be brilliant.
It's called Chip's Talk.
Yeah, Chip Talks
podcast,
and he telling you y'all need to listen to it. I listened to every one of his, and
I would start from the beginning too, because he probably starts by explaining the importance of the endocannabinoid system
and what the bioscan actually does.
Yeah, so the bioresonance scan, you put on a set of headphones, not a tinfoil hat like I thought before.
Thought she was wearing a tinfoil hat, but it's just headphones. And it was simply headphones.
And I literally was like, what is this witchcraft about? Yeah, because this is voodoo. I'm not partaking. And then I realized that everything that he told me after my scan about my health,
you've already been diagnosed with.
I had been diagnosed with, and he knew nothing about.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but like, if he can tell me all of that, and I was like, he knows all these things just from this scan, and you're holding these little,
like a little
electromagnetic,
they're electrodes
thing,
type sensors type things, and it goes to his computer.
And I won't even try to explain the science behind how it collects that data, but it's based on, I do know it's based on lots of data that's been collected before, and then basically finding similarities in so many people that have had that. So I can't, like I said,
I'm not sure, but he can explain that exactly what it does. And I'm sure
he does on one of his podcasts, but go check it out. But then come to the conference, hear him speak
and he'll have person. A booth set up with his bioscan, everything. And I want to talk to Cindy about...
get it done that day.
They now, I want to say either their friend has a mobile thermogenic scan or they do now. I need to really look into that. But I've done the thermogenic scan. I really wanted a mammogram early on in age just because I knew that I felt like there was things in there, knots. And I did have that done out of a lady out of Whitesboro. And she was able to do my whole body, and Tad did too.
Very cool.
But she could tell me if there was red in there, and that could pretty much tell me, you need to go get.
Really?
But she was like, no, You're not. Good. It's not anything. It's more likely like I have fibrocystic type issues, so I have to limit my caffeine and things like that, and they go away.
Yeah.
But it's really neat because it finds any red in the body, then there's inflammation there.
Yeah.
So there's something there that needs to be addressed, and it's a good kind of a scan to get to give you insight to what your body's doing.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that I don't know if they're doing it, but if they are, that'd be awesome if they'd come
both
and do it all, because I would love to have.
Well, and you and I haven't had.
We're going to do our second scan.
And I was even thinking
live.
I haven't talked to you about this yet, but I was even thinking I would love to get one now, and then get another one, just because I would like to see, like, if there are any. So, like, if I know that we both started the protocol last year, and I've done it probably once a quarter since then.
Yeah, I have too. Yeah, every 3 months.
But I just don't know if I can wait. I really want to get mine done.
Yeah, I mean, I'm for it.
And what if we got one now and then did it again?
I need to see, because they travel so much to different places.
Yeah.
And sometimes they're in Sherman. Yeah. And they're that close.
That'd be awesome.
I'll check and see when
I just feel like if everybody who came to the conference was like, if they can, I just don't know how you can listen to him talk and not be like, sign me up.
Yeah. Because like we've said before, we've got to live to be 120 until the Lord comes and rescues us all from here.
I'm praying that happens.
Because me too. I do every day. Because that's the biggest fear. We don't want to leave our children.
Yeah.
That need
people
us.
Don't get that.
They don't get it unless they're in it, and it's something. It's a fear every mom or dad caregiver has. Even grandparents fear it for us. But we have to have faith. I know, but it's hard to think about. Anyway, that leads us to like want to do better for ourselves. So we want to make sure we keep ourselves healthy, and it's a very good way to keep in tune with your body, like what's going on when you didn't even know.
It really is. And so Chip and Cindy will be there for guest speakers in the Autism Conference. It's our second annual Autism Conference. It's going to be Saturday, April 26th from 10 to 2 here in Durant at the new Gordon Event Center.
And I'm sorry I gave the wrong address last week. I gave the Gordon, because they have a Gordon funeral home right next door to us, and I thought that number didn't sound right because it's almost the same as ours here.
It's so new; it might not be online yet.
It is, and I just gave the wrong number. I think
but you can't miss it. It's if you just turn down 2nd Street in Durant,
you'll see
from
it.
Main Street. You'll see it. It's like a block behind Opera House Coffee, isn't it?
Adjacent from First Baptist Church, the back of or the side of First Baptist.
But we're going to have Chip and Cindy there. And I mean, even if you just came to, like, all of our speakers are amazing. But I think as an autism parent and a caregiver, if we can, there are so many parents out there, caregivers out there who are not aware of parasitic cleanses. I see kids with like eczema rashes and all that. And I'm like, that's from parasites. That's a parasitic symptom, And I just like, everybody needs to know about that.
And he has a whole line of supplements from omegas to, multivitamins to
a focus. They have a
anti-inflammatory, focus, vitality. I mean, they have it all.
And I will tell you this.
And they do this in their own lab, so that's even neater.
Yeah, it's all made here, isn't it? And in Oklahoma. And I love that. And I'm just so excited that we met them and that I was introduced to this because it's so important. I need to get with them again. We need to get with them again and see if that they can come up with anything that tastes a little bit better for our kids.
Yeah, as far as the dewormer, it does have a bad taste. But like I said, and when I talked to Eve about that at first, she was like, "Girl, I did the liquid," and I was like, "Oh, I can't even imagine."
Like they just came out with the capsule just last year, right?
Well, it's a tablet.
I mean, tablet.
So I don't taste it. I just chase it with water.
I do too, but
it still has it's like a bitter.
And I mentioned it to Chip, and he's like, anything that's killing parasites is not gonna shouldn't taste good. And we do the ivermectin with Owen because I can't get those tablets.
I think the ivermectin's just as good. Yeah. And Chip will tell you that too.
Yeah, and he told us to do that. He said the ivermectin is for like hook, round, and pin worms, and then there's so many different kinds of parasites, like so many different kinds. And so he actually told me to do the ivermectin with his deworm. Yeah. But now they have a deworm and a cleanse. Yeah. There's one called deworm and there's one called cleanse. And I think that Eve said to do the deworm.
Is the cleanse now the same? Is it the cleanse now the same as the blast was?
I think so.
I think so too.
It's not
I think
called blast anymore.
And that's why he had us do those together.
It
was blast.
Okay.
But I could be wrong. Yeah. Cindy, comment. Let us know.
Yeah. They'll get
She's
us squared
on all
away.
Our socials too.
And I'm going to listen better this year too. And at the conference and not be so nervous.
In the comments, Cindy explained what the blast was and if the cleanse replaced the blast and it's better or same type of formula.
Yeah, and post some links if you want to.
Yeah, links to all Chip's and your stuff. So we encourage you to follow them because they have a lot of good information. So they are going to be, Chip will be speaking. And then we also have, who else do we have on our speakers list? We have Cherris Hill Ranch, and that's Colleen. And it's a special needs ranch out of... I can't remember the exact place.
Oh, are they coming?
But down in Dallas. Yeah, they're coming and they're also going to have a vendor booth. So
I love that.
It's summer camps designed especially for special needs kids, and they have everything safety-wise you need for your kids to have fun on their ranch and different activities they have. So I'm excited to learn more about that. And actually, she's going to come on our podcast prior to the event. We just got to schedule that. And Chip will too. All of our speakers, we hope will get on our podcast to do a little intro about them.
We're going to have someone from People First Industries. Yes. We had Shannon Walker last year, who's the executive director of PFI. And she talked about her personal experience as an autism mom and her sort of passion behind People First Industries. And this year, we're going to have someone attend who is going to talk about all of what PFI offers.
I love that.
I do too.
Because they offer, I mean, they do have the integration station, and they do have their...
They have a workforce program.
But they also help, they supply diapers.
They do
wipes,
a lot.
Things needed for adults with... I don't think they even have to be adults with special needs.
No, they just have to have... So we just did this for the parents at the clinic. We let them all know that... So what you have to have is... And they'll talk about this at the conference. But what you have to have is a letter from the child's physician. Just sprayed it. A letter from the child's physician stating that they have incontinence. And you take that to People First Industries, and it's not based on income or anything like that. I mean, we have parents who are out there spending hundreds of dollars a month on diapers and adult diapers, and you can take an incontinence letter and they will provide you with diapers and wipes too.
Yeah.
Which is huge.
I'm so particular about, I'd like to go look at them because I'm so particular about what
he
Tad wears because it's more like underwear so he can pull them up and
it's worth checking into
soft.
it. And then they actually provide some for us at the clinic as well, just to have extras on hand. Like we'll, don't go through them that often because parents bring their own, but like just to have in case, and wipes, which is incredible that a program like that exists.
That is amazing because it's so expensive.
But when, when kids like your Tad, like when he ages out, if he got to the point where he wanted to go do something like as a job or whatever, he'd probably make you go with him. He'd be like, you go with me in case I want to take a break and get on my iPad and listen to music.
But they definitely have to listen to music with him.
Yeah, he'd love that. But they can.
But still, it's socialization with others too.
Socialization. They get to have jobs, and that job might be packing up a box, or depending on
they make T-shirts. They have a T-shirt production,
screen printing. And did you know that anybody in the community can go and use
we're going to use them. I hope for some of our shirts for the conference.
Yes, I think that's a great idea, and we order our shirts from them and have conference T-shirts for people to buy when they're there at the conference. But they do all kinds of stuff, and like you said, they just opened integration station like in the last year.
And integration station's here in Durant, and it is a nice little cafe that serves all different things. Didn't they have a Valentine's dinner?
They did, and we went to it on Friday.
That's awesome.
It was just their regular menu, or some certain things on their menu, but it was all the tables
it all decorated for Valentine's Day.
They had roses out on the table and candles. It was so sweet.
And so do they cook, or does they have their own cooks? And
so there are certain people designated that are not special needs that manage, and then they have adults that are like on the spectrum or have whatever kind of intellectual.
They always have someone assisting them in the different things
they are there and they're waiting on you. They learn, and I just love it so much. And
they probably learn everybody's name that comes in there regularly. I can see them.
They're just so sweet and happy, and it just makes you feel good
I'm so
to
sad.
go.
I have not had the privilege.
We'll have to go over one day after a podcast, and I think they're open Monday through Friday, and maybe Saturdays now too. But I know for sure Monday through Friday, and then they'll do special events like they did the
Valentine's dinner.
Yeah,
that's nice.
It was so sweet. But we'll have People First Industries there, and I don't know why our screen went blank on Facebook. Was that Facebook?
Yeah.
And then Instagram's in the middle, and then TikTok.
Like, nobody's on here.
Yeah, nobody's watching you. We're just going to cut your live off. It's fun. But anyway, so People First Industries will be there. And it came unplugged? That's weird. Oh, it was not plugged in and it went dead. But anyway, so we've got a great lineup of guests there. I'm really excited for Shannon to designate someone from People First Industries to come and be a part of it. We always partner with them. They love us. We love them. And I think, we just see their passion and what they have accomplished in the community. And I always like to say, like, we, at the Owen Foundation and the Owen Academy, we like to take care of the littles and then pass them off to People First. You know what I mean? When they get older, when they age out. Right. And so that's the goal.
And thank the Lord we have that option.
I know, and so many places don't have that. Your leg. There you go. Whew. I was like, catastrophe.
We'll have Facebook. Sorry, we lost you.
Yeah, it's okay.
But yeah, that to have that option, I never thought we'd have that option around here, honestly.
And I knew that it was there. I always passed it. You can see it from the highway or just about.
Yeah.
And I always knew it was there, but I never really knew what it was until I I started the Owen Foundation and started networking at like Coffee Network and meeting people. And I was like, wait, what? This is amazing.
Yes.
You know, now
And
we just
so
need,
it's like
now we
18,
just need adult living.
I know.
That's our missing piece.
Adult living. Yes.
I need to get with Shannon and see what we can come up with
right.
together.
That would be.
We've been applying for grants as well, and I know that they do too. But
and I know we mentioned that one time with Choctaw trying to partner to try to get something for adult living here in Durant, because it's kind of a central location. But maybe
we talked to James about it, and he was very passionate.
He was so passionate about it, and we kind of. Life happens. We need to get back with him too. Somebody has got to be open to help get that started.
Yeah. But anyway, so who else do we have on the lineup for the conference?
Let's see.
We've got Chip and Cindy. We've got
Stacey Anderson.
Yes, I just confirmed with him. Talked to him this morning.
Okay. So Stacey Anderson will be there. Tell him a little bit about what he does.
Yeah, he is a LPC, I believe.
We said that before. I think he was something else too.
I'm going to look it up. But he is with CPD, which is Center for Psychological Development here in, I'm looking it up on Facebook, and I open it up and there's our podcast that cut us off. He is going to talk about last year he talked about the autism diagnosis process. And he's going to do that again this year. And it's just like a wealth of knowledge because he
explains that process in detail for moms that, are wondering, like, what does this consist of? What does my child go through during this diagnosis time? What am I able to see and watch, or, how everything there is to know about a diagnosis.
It actually doesn't have his title. It just has, but he's co-owner and executive director at Center for Psychological Development Integrated Healthcare, and they're located in Durant and Denison. I didn't know he was also co-owner at Grayson Home Health.
And they pretty much get you in pretty quick to get that diagnosis. Where I know the children's hospitals and that they have 2-year waiting period to get a diagnosis. So it's a long wait, and that I have a feeling that'll change too with the new healthcare system, I hope. Yeah. Because it's important to do that early intervention.
Yeah, he'll talk about that, and every time we have called to try to help a client, like we've had people contact us and be like, "Hey, I'm trying to get an autism diagnosis and I can't get my kid in for 2 years."
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
It is.
And so I will have them call CPD, and they will usually get them in a lot quicker.
That's good.
Which is nice.
That is so good, because the wait, we shouldn't have to wait for that.
No, because they need therapy during those 2 years.
all kinds of
and access to help and just programs and that you can't get until you have that diagnosis. I mean, an IEP, even if they're school age. But
we're also going to have. I hope. Did you reach out to Jake?
Not yet, but I can do that today.
We lost TikTok too.
Oh no. Did it go dead?
Yes, I don't guess.
Okay, today is not a day for us for technicality issues. Oh man. Is the other one plugged in? The third one?
It's at the bottom, I think.
So we're only live on Instagram right now?
Yes.
Well?
No, it's plugged. I had it plugged in here.
That's okay. Yeah. We'll just when you upload this
you're
one.
Have to wait for our.
That's right. If you're on Instagram, podcast. You're getting exclusive access.
That's right
now. So
everybody switch to Instagram.
Yeah, everybody go over to Instagram for Mighty Moms Podcast on Instagram and watch us live.
Yeah.
Oh, like I'm saying that to who? Because
Instagram.
Because the other ones already went dead.
Thank you, Instagram.
We crack ourselves up.
I know. So Jake Estes, if you're out there, we're hoping you come back to us on this, which I'm pretty sure he will.
Yes, I just need to let him know the date.
Yes.
See if
he came last year and he spoke about financial planning and trust, guardianship, all that for special needs. It's so important. I know after I got our TAD's trust set up and that, I had so much peace because everything's in set and ready in case something happened.
How old was he when you did that?
We only did that. I remember our first meeting was when I left right after the basketball camp at Southeastern. So that's when I left and we set it up that day.
Oh.
That was our first
2021.
meeting. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Because this year will be our 4th basketball camp. Oh, so that makes me feel better.
Yeah. But I wish I would have done it sooner. A lot sooner because you never know.
I know.
But right now we're starting guardianship process.
Yes, because he's 17.
Yes. And I did find out that the Choctaw Nation, if you're a tribal member, they will help you with the paperwork and the process and that. And we're able to go to tribal court to get guardianship.
Oh, really?
Which will save lots of money because it's very expensive to get guardianship. I did not know it was over.
Are you serious?
$5,000.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Everybody has to pay that when they get guardianship over there.
It's very expensive.
Wow.
I'm sure you could go and represent yourself, but as far as getting an attorney and having them present, and then the and then the court systems, going before, you have to go before a judge. Tad will have to go before a judge. They'll have to prove that he's not able to care for himself. All the documentation that goes into it from physicians trying to, claiming that Tad needs that help, needs, assistance and can't live on his own type thing. So it is a big process. Wow. And I did not know it was that costly, which I would pay that to get it no matter what. I'm just saying. But
I'm just saying some people can't. They literally can't.
Be that much.
Yeah.
Or it could go more. It depending on how many court dates they have. Like I could go have a court date. They may give me emergency guardianship, and I'm gonna have to come back in a month and do another court date. It's just depending on. It's just expensive.
Yeah.
So
I would think that if someone is like Sooner Care or Medicaid getting state assistance, that surely the state offers a program like that. If they don't, I guess I'll be on it.
I don't think that they do,
because there's got to be.
And that's another thing too.
I'm just thinking of all
Tad
the parents.
never qualified as far as our income for disability,
right?
And now, once he's 18, even though we have guardianship, he should be able to qualify for all those benefits
because he's an adult.
Yeah, and get mainly the medical insurance,
which is insane because that's crazy to me.
They go off income. Yet I even presented all the things we paid for therapy wise, like the amount of money that we have paid,
and you still got denied.
They don't even add that into factored in.
That's crazy.
And it's such a low amount
that they would even be getting.
No, I mean it's just for a family of 3.
Oh, it's like, how do they even survive on that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's no way.
I don't know how people do it.
No,
I don't. At all. I don't know.
Yeah. Now we're finding out we've been paying dead people disability for years.
Exactly.
Come on. We have children out there needing.
Yes.
That's a whole nother rant. And we lost Instagram.
Oh, man.
So I don't know what's going on.
That's okay. Because maybe it's time for us to crack up.
Maybe I don't have that.
Wrap up.
Anyway,
it's time for us to wrap up anyway.
Sorry about the malfunctions, but we'll talk more about our.
It's going to be so disappointing to the 3 people who stay on for our whole
Bubba,
podcast.
Please understand. Becky,
Bubba probably doesn't stay on. He just checks back every now and then.
I bet he watches it.
He probably puts it on while he's doing something else. He's such a supporter. I love that.
He is. I love that too.
I know Becky doesn't get to watch the whole thing, but she probably props us up on her phone while she's working.
I think so too, and listens.
Yeah. But we'll see if they say what happened, and if they don't, then we'll just know.
Mm-hmm. We know you're supporting. So we're excited about our autism conference,
and we'll go over the rest of the speakers.
We have more speakers coming because We've added probably 4 more speakers.
I know. I'm like, oh, let's have this person. Dee Dee's like, we're maxed out. I'm pretty sure on time. Like, you have 8 minutes to talk. Do it. Ready, set, go.
I would like everybody to get to talk for a good 20 minutes, and that's important.
And I was even thinking we could do a work through lunch. Like, we could do a lunch where people can just go grab their lunch, come back and sit down.
Yeah, I did do like a 30-minute lunch that gives them time to grab it. Mm-hmm. And then come back to their seats, and then we'll get started again. Yeah. But let them go to the bathroom. Yeah. And you know, we're not going to have breaks where you just get up and go to the bathroom.
Just get up and go. Yeah, it's very casual, very laid back. Yeah. Like, we don't do anything that's not we don't live a lifestyle where everything's got to be casual and laid back. That's just is what it is.
Yeah.
So once we get this uploaded to our podcast platforms, we can share it on Facebook and say, sorry that we went.
I'll do this tonight so you can see it by tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, sorry about that.
We're going to sign off, and we will see you guys back here next Monday.
Yep.
And stay warm if you're local. It's about to get cold out there.
We're about to get another Snowmageddon, I think. I know. Maybe Ice-mageddon.
We live in southeastern Oklahoma and Texas. Like, this is why we live here, so we don't have to. Yes. It was like, it's been so nice. Like, it snowed and then it got nice and now it's going to ice. It's like,
I think we're coming to the end of times.
I think so, probably.
I hope so.
That's for another episode. Next time on Mighty Moms Podcast.
Anyway.
All right. See you guys later. Okay, Mighty Moms, we're signing off.
Connect with us on our Mighty Moms socials, submit your topic ideas, and share it all.
Follow us at Mighty Moms Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
Also, visit our website at MightyMomsPodcast.com. And remember, together we are a worldwide cult of Mighty Moms.
Listen, my carpets used to be a struggle to keep clean. Between 2 boys and 2 fur babies, I was always cleaning up spills and stains. Then I found Ray at ChemDry. And basically, I've had him on speed dial ever since. So when you need your carpets, furniture, or even hardwood floors cleaned, call or even text ChemDry. Ray will get you all cleaned up. Founded, owned, and operated by nurses, Angels of Care Pediatric Home Health's clients are at the heart of everything they do. Proudly serving the medically fragile community since 2000, Angels of Care offers private duty nursing services, speech, physical, and occupational therapies, and respite care across the nation. We are also happy to announce we have started offering services in Colorado. Please visit angelsofcare.com or call 855-45-ANGEL for more information. Get your halos on.
If you've been in an automobile accident or have vehicle damage, S&L Collision Center is the body shop to call for all your auto body repair needs. Larry Hallmark and family have been in business for many years. They are honest and do exceptional work. I have had all of my vehicles repaired by them and have always been satisfied with their work. So if you're in the need for auto body repair, call S&L Collision Center at 580-924-5958. Blackburn Plumbing and Air provides high-quality plumbing, heating, and air conditioning services in Durant, Oklahoma, and throughout the Texoma region. With a proven track record for getting exceptional results, they are ready to take on even the most challenging plumbing and HVAC issues.
Contact them at 580-775-1779 to schedule your appointment today.
Has your Texoma area kiddo recently been diagnosed with autism? You received an order for ABA therapy but have no idea what ABA therapy is or where to enroll your child to receive ABA therapy? Well, look no further than the Owen Academy. TOA was opened in early 2024 and is owned by a local autism mom who has previous business experience in opening varying categories of clinics in Texas and Oklahoma. But most importantly, she has real-world experience navigating life as an autism mom. The Owen Academy has gone above and beyond to create a beautiful and imaginative environment in their now 2 clinic locations in Durant, Oklahoma, to ensure that their therapy techniques are always child-led and play-based. The Owen Academy is proudly serving many families in Bryan, Atoka, Grayson, and Marshall counties with a goal to always expand when and where there is a need. In addition to their warm and inviting therapy clinics, the Owen Academy has gone the extra mile to ensure the qualifications, compassion, heart, and stamina of their board-certified behavioral analysts and registered behavior technicians. At TOA, we are a family. We would love for you to join us and help us continue to create awareness and compassion for individuals with autism in our community. If you're looking for a career in autism therapy or looking to enroll your child in our therapy services, email us today at info@theowenacademy.com or call 580-706-OWEN. That's 580-706-6936. The Owen Academy, where possibilities are limitless. If you're into building your own pizza, salad, or dessert with the most incredible toppings, look no further than the Corner Crust, a uniquely curated pizza cafe on the corner of 3rd and Main in historic downtown Durant, Oklahoma. And if you're not in the mood to build your own pizza, they have all your traditional pizzas on the menu, plus some fun and flavorful options like pickle pizza and Mexican cowboy. Yeehaw! Follow the Corner Crust on Facebook for special events like live music by local featured artists, teen night, motorcycle night, or karaoke night. If we can say one thing about the Corner Crust, it's that they have options, and options make the world go around. Visit the Corner Crust Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m., or book your special event by calling
580-380-4290.